Thank you, Pat. Your commentary was so on the mark, and it just really makes you wonder where cruelty does come from where does it spring. With us in the kitchen, David McAtee and Tori McAtee. We're going to be talking about healthy snacks, and David is with the Yavapai County Community Health Services Organization. We're going to talk about why it's imperative for you and your family to eat, not only eat healthy, but to snack healthy. David and Tori, thanks for being here. Tori, you were here last time when Dad was here, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, you're the... We have decided that Tori is the official tester.
That's right.
She has tested everything on here this morning.
We had more snacks when we started.
So we know it's all good, folks.
Yes.
David, healthy snacking, of course, is very important.
Yes.
Not only healthy eating, sometimes we forget when we pick up a snack. We've eaten a healthy dinner, a healthy lunch, breakfast, whatever it is.
Right.
Then sometimes on a snack, we deviate.
Right.
Okay.
And I think the trick is just to make these things available. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to know what to look for and to purchase. This all kind of came out of a conversation I had with our pediatrician at the Community Health Center, Dr. David Green. I was asking him what kind of snacks should I get for Tori, and he said stick with the colorful stuff, the fruit. That's always safe, but everything in moderation. You can actually get fat eating bananas. If you eat too many bananas, you eat 5 bananas a day, you're going to get...
We've forgotten, David, I think so much when we see the fat-free and you can eat all you want and things like that.
Right. We
forget that it doesn't matter how healthy or how low fat or how low calorie, it's the amount many times other than the food.
Right.
We understand that there's only about one thing right now, Tori, that you don't like, and that's blueberries. We have decided that there's no blueberries on the table here, so you're fine, okay?
There are blueberries over there, but we'll just avoid them.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, look at those. David, where do we start when we stock the pantry?
Like I said, fruit is always a good place to start, and a lot of people are afraid to buy fruit because it goes bad. And the trick is, once as the bananas get ripe, as the apples get really, really ripe, cut them up, put them in the blender, make a smoothie out of them. Your kids will love them. Tori loves these little orange protein smoothies that Mom makes for her. They're wonderful. The pea pods or soy pods, she just absolutely loves because they're fun. They can play with them. They peel the peas out of them. She pops them. It becomes almost a game.
It's like eating candy. It can become like eating candy, and that's good.
Well, and in that case, the strawberries, if the strawberries aren't quite ripe yet, sprinkle a little bit of Splenda on them or something. It's a non-sugar substitute. That's okay as long as you don't do too much.
And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that about a fruit. I want to tag back to that.
Yeah.
I was reading recently that we forget that as Mother Nature takes that fruit or vegetable a little further, does not necessarily mean it's bad.
Right.
Do not toss it.
Exactly.
Mother Nature is making it even more nutritious for you.
It tends to get sweeter,
yes,
actually. And some people don't like bananas when they get really ripe, and some people like them when they're green.
I love them when they're ripe.
So just find out what works with your kids. And obviously we've got some vegetables, some carrots and some blueberries, and that will be Tori's dinner sometimes. She'll just have fruits, vegetables. Yeah, you like that, don't you? She's been snacking on the cucumbers, and did you want a cucumber?
Yeah, I think Forrest is getting a pretty good shot of that cucumber right now. We're zeroing in on that.
And she'll just snack on that for, you know, half an hour. And the trick is not to just give her a bag of chips, but give her a couple of chips and some salsa or some popcorn. Popcorn is a great source of fiber for kids, and these little snack cups are great as long as they're low fat, low sugar. None of these things have more than 10 grams of sugar, which is about the max that you really want to go.
Right.
And they're all available in these low sugar, low fat formulas.
Yes, and of course chips are even good. Could we bring up the monitor, Arnold? Chips are good. Of course, there's some salsa. We've got some. You made these muffins this morning or last night?
Last night we made them, and you can get whole grain blueberry muffins, which are so good for you.
Not for Tori.
Not for Tori. She doesn't like the blueberries, but that's okay.
Chocolate muffins are a little better, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
And these raisins, she's already killed about 2 of these boxes.
She has.
Yeah.
Always have a boiled egg around.
Yeah, she loves it. In fact, she's been fighting for one all morning. If you want to have an egg now, you can have an egg.
And the raisins and the nuts.
And the nuts are always good as long as you go low salt on the pretzels and the nuts. And actually, oatmeal makes a great snack. It's terrific.
And if you don't, you can always put it in like
if you don't eat it,
a granola mix.
Exactly. And that's what this is, the granola. And it's great for traveling. If you want to take something on the road, you just throw it in a bag. It's not going to go bad. You don't have to refrigerate it.
What do we do to the waffles?
We cut them up into little strips so that they can just eat them.
Really?
Yeah, and if you want to dip them in something, give them a little honey or something.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And the cheese, as long as you go with a low-fat cheese, the kids love cheese, and you don't want to go too much on that. But again,
you know, David,
moderation.
what you can do on the cheese is do an almond cheese. We can do a veggie cheese.
That's right.
If you want to
There's
substitute.
all kinds of stuff out there, and they just love them. We actually made chocolate pancakes, and all you do is you take normal pancake mix, and if you can get a whole grain, that's better.
Somehow I think those might be your favorite. Chocolate?
No, she didn't. Add a little cocoa powder, and again, we added some Splenda just to kind of combat that tartness of the cocoa. And Mom and I loved them. She didn't, but that's okay. We just keep trying different things, and we find stuff that works.
Of course, and spending time in the kitchen to do that. But you can make it fun.
Right.
And does Tori help? Many times you can have the children help.
Yeah, she was helping Mom make some soup last night for a lunch party she was going to today.
Sometimes it's very difficult unless a child is raised, and it sounds like Tori has been raised on healthy food, whether it be snacks or lunch, dinner, and breakfast.
We didn't always feed her healthy food. We kind of transitioned once once she got to an age where we knew it really counted. And there were a couple where's the donut moments, but she likes the stuff now. You just have to kind of make it available to them, and that's really the trick, is just make the food available to them, and don't just give them the whole bag of chips. Give them a little bowl of chips so that they realize that there's portion control going on.
Again, comes in what we were talking about, tagging back to not what you eat. Many times it is how much you eat of something.
Right. Keeping track and just being aware of the calories and the fat count.
Can I have a cheese?
Yes, you can have a cheese.
David, what's happening over at the Community Health Services?
Well, we actually have a program called Healthy Living, and it's basically for people who have any kind of chronic condition, be it arthritis, asthma, diabetes, and they just need a little bit of help learning how to eat and how to deal with medication. You can get more information at our website, healthybyhealth.com. They're free classes. It's just kind of a support group that teaches you how to eat and how to deal with the medication.
You know, David, I think we forget all the programs that are available over there. We think Community Health Services, and we have a narrow vision of this.
Right.
It's much wider, the services, isn't it?
Including a pediatrician.
David, thank you so much. Tori, thank you, sweetheart. You're an adult. Thank you, David, for being here. When we come back, $36 million a year in new revenues. How do we do that? Well, they say we can do that with medical marijuana. You make the decision. Back after this.